Next performer, Brorby. He works full-time at the video for Rydell Cars in Grand Forks, manages the Grand Theater here in Crookston, and he runs his own video production company. He's been cracking up some of his friends and family for years with his sharp wit and everyday observations. A lifelong joke writer, Bo finally hit the stage just last year. I think the first comedy at the Grand was his debut, right? Yeah. He brings his hilarious takes on the absurdities of modern life to audiences everywhere. And he's making people laugh by simply saying what we're thinking. If you want an encyclopedia of absurdities, look at your audience. Brorby, the room is yours. Yep.
How you guys doing tonight? First, let's give a round of applause for all the people who performed tonight. As he said, my name's Brorby, or what most people yell at me, hey, you're the movie theater guy. I guess people would say much worse things to me, so. But I kind of feel like us at the theater, we're like an unregistered daycare for everyone's kids in town. You know, they get out of line, and we gotta kind of yell at them a little bit, but they clearly don't tell their parents because they keep coming back. But yeah, I worked at the theater since 2008. I started there before my senior year in high school, and it's a great place to work. I've basically seen so many people's kids kind of grow from little ones to, they're out of high school now. And one thing that really drives us crazy is a lot of times we work alone at the theater. You'll wait in line for like 10 minutes sometimes. You finally get to the front, I'll be like, hey, what can I get you? And you're like, Hey, what the heck were you just thinking this whole time? The other thing that kind of blows my mind is, we got the website, we got a Facebook page, and people still will, they'll drive to the theater, and they'll come in and be like, what movie's playing? It's like, we got a giant marquee outside, we got posters. And another thing I've learned is once you sit in your seat, you become one of the laziest people out there. Because everything's automated now with digital projection, so the lights turn off by themselves, the sound turns over, the projector turns on, and we have cleaning lights that aren't automated, and sometimes you're busy and you forget to turn those off, and I'll go upstairs to do something 30 minutes into the movie, the cleaning lights are on. No one could get out of their seat to come out and say, hey, the lights are on. But recently this winter we had the new Sonic movie playing, and a guy came out for a refill before the movie started, and he just mentioned, hey, it doesn't bother me, but the lights are still on. I was like, oh, thanks. And I went and shut them off, and the next day I checked our email, and there was an email on there that said, hey, why are the lights still on in Sonic? So the guy, instead of just getting up, coming out and tell us, he took his phone out, which you're not supposed to do, and he went to our website, scrolled to contact us, clicked the email address, typed out an email, sent an email. That seemed a lot easier than just coming out to let us know. A lot of people always think the men's bathroom is just, the worst place to go. But I'll tell you, in my experience, the women's is usually the one that's more of a problem. It's like, come on, this isn't TJ Maxx. But yeah, this theater's my second job. My full-time, I do all the video for Rydell's in Grand Forks. I've done that since 2016. And then, like Steve mentioned, I run my video business. I film weddings, commercials, live events. Like I'm filming this event for everyone tonight. But I actually have another fourth job a lot of people don't know about. Returning packages for my fiance. And it's not just bringing them to the drop box at Brorby Bank, it's going to the physical store and returning the things too. And it's usually clothing items, and they always have to ask, oh, was there anything wrong with it? And I'm always like, it just didn't really fit me right. Yeah, me and my fiance, we don't have any kids. We have pets. We got some dogs and some cats, and I think my pets have better health care than I do. Recently, my cat this winter, he had some blood in his poop, and I instantly got worried. Oh no, I gotta bring him to the vet. This is terrible. And I just thought, if that was me, I'd probably just write it off and be like, that was from the Cajun chicken. Yeah, I was born in 1990, so I went to school in the 90s, and now that I'm grown up, I've kind of realized most of the stuff we learned was kind of a little ridiculous, to be honest. I don't know about any of you, but did any of you learn in kindergarten how to square dance? Yeah, it seems a pretty common thing in America. Teach kindergartners how to square dance. Guess how many times I've square danced since kindergarten? 0. And then after we mastered the square dance, they taught us the Macarena. I don't speak Spanish, but I don't think that's appropriate language for kids. And after we mastered the Macarena, they decided we needed to learn some instruments. They taught us the most worthless instrument in the world, the recorder. We played some hot cross buns. You really learned the economic scale your family was on when you had to use the communal bucket of recorders in school. You're walking in, you're scanning who was using them, choosing the best one who slobbered all over it. You really want to see how great our school system is and how they're funded. Do you know what box tops are? You gotta go to the school, you gotta go to the store and buy not the greatest food, collect the box tops, bring them to school, and the school sends them to the governor or something, and hopefully he'll get some pencils or something for your school. You guys, when I was young in kindergarten, I didn't know time, and I really did not like going to school. When my mom's dropped me off, first couple times I'd be like, "How long do I gotta be here?" She'd be like, "About 4 Barneys." That's way too long. Yeah, senior year is when we got Walmart in town here. Do you guys remember when we got Walmart in town? That was pretty exciting, huh? Me and my friends would just go to Walmart all the time when we were bored, and during Halloween, they had masks, and that was when Barack Obama was president, and they had a Barack Obama mask, so I had to get that. And somehow my friend's mom, she was the principal of the Washington school at the time, and she caught wind of that, and they were doing a little assembly about presidents and stuff, so she asked if I wanted to come and be the president for the assembly. So they told me I'd get out of school early, so I was like, sure, this sounds good. So I put my nicest shirt on and went in, and I'm out in the hallway, and they're getting the kids all jacked up. And here's the President of the United States, and I come in there, kids just lose it. They're hollering, I'm going, giving high fives, shaking hands, and I bet you those kids still this day think they met the President of the United States. I don't think that would fly nowadays if I did that. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's gotten kind of out of hand how many graduations they're letting kids have these days. Oh, my kid just graduated, he's having graduation today. Oh, I didn't think he was that old already. Oh, it's kindergarten. What do you think he's celebrating? I mean, parents just got to get your kid there on time. That's about all you got to do to pass kindergarten, I think. I So there's a thing called Klarna on most websites now where you can make 4 monthly payments for your new pants and shoes and stuff. And I mean, that's just getting out of hand at the start there, but there's an app you can use Klarna on now, DoorDash. You guys know what DoorDash is? It's basically, can order McDonald's or whatever and have it delivered to you. So you can make 4 monthly payments for your Applebee's order. You can't afford your Applebee's in full. It's just make a grilled cheese sandwich or something. Speaking of DoorDash, I'm sure a lot of you are on Facebook. If you want to have some good laughs, join the Grand Forks Rants and Raves page. It's just basically people complaining about anything. And this girl was complaining about she got a DoorDash hot dog delivered to her house. Who's DoorDashing a hot dog in the first place? She was complaining it was nothing like the picture. And turns out her DoorDash hot dog came from a ghost kitchen in IHOP. I wouldn't even really eat pancakes from IHOP, but a hot dog? That's some risky business right there. Another thing with Facebook that kind of is weird when someone's like, "Happy birthday, George, it's your 3rd birthday." I don't think he's going to read this post. Another thing that's wild on Facebook, there's groups out there, and I'll see people just post, "Oh, I'm looking for someone to babysit my kid." You're just putting it out into the world for any stranger willing to drop it and come and watch your kid? Geez, you really want to go out on a date, don't you? Another thing that kind of makes me wonder is, there's those people who have to back into their parking spot. It's like, what are you going in there to do? You gonna rob the store or something? Another thing I find interesting, I can get pulled over and get a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt, but then the Domino's guy can drive around with half his car missing. You know what would really scare the new generation? You explain to them the concept of a phone book. You mean to tell me there was a book with my phone number and address for anyone to see? That would just terrify them. They don't even answer phone calls. You gotta text them. So hopefully this one doesn't strike a chord. This question's for the older people in the room here. Here are most of my sets, there's more new than not. But what's up with that Kleenex box in your back window of your car? Most inconvenient spot to put it. You ain't reaching for it. Another thing I'm kind of glad's kind of evaporating from the world are the hankies. It's not rocket right in your pocket. And the hanky was originally, to hand over to a lady when she was shedding tears or something. Hopefully you had 2 on you or something, if that's the case. Do any of you travel much here? Any of you fly? Use airplanes? Airports, terminals have basically become little malls now. You know what store makes absolutely no sense to me? The luggage store inside the airport. I picked my friend up. He had all this stuff in his arms. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just going to buy one there. It's easier this way." It's going through TSA, just 8,000 items going through. Got one last joke here. When I was growing up, my parents used to go on vacation all the time, and thought of the most inconsiderate gift they would always buy me. They went to Hawaii once, and they got back and like, hey, I got you something. And it was a t-shirt that said Hawaii. So then I'm wearing it out in public, and someone's like, oh, Hawaii, how was it? Then I gotta explain, oh, I didn't go to Hawaii. My parents went to Hawaii, and they got me this shirt that says Hawaii. I stayed at home with my grandma. But hey guys, thanks for letting me come up and tell some jokes. I'm doing a show at the Empire in July. I'm hosting a comedy show. So if you guys keep an eye on my Facebook if you want to come over to Grand Forks. But for Oxnard Days, Friday night of Oxnard Days, I'm doing a huge comedy showcase at the theater. I got 7 comics, including myself. So if you guys want something fun to do on Oxnard Days, you guys should come out to the comedy show Friday night. So thanks again.